What's the deal, fellas? What's going on here? Yo! Oh, he's not at the gym yet. Yo. Patrick only hops in when, like, mid-conversation, I'm saying some shit like, yo!
Yo!
Did I offend you?
What up?
What up? Yeah, tough, man. I lost my funded last night. God damn it. Gotta go cry. I can't just grab another one because I was on that live before, so they have to approve me for one account at a time. So we're only trading the live here today. Tougher week, man. But the beat goes on. We keep trading. Nothing stops. I've picked up on quite a few things that I think once we're out of the break, we're going to have a long weekend here. Once we're back, I really want to touch on some topics, or maybe even in the private channel. But for you guys in the private community, everyone in the bundle will do a giveaway today. Just for you guys. Matter of fact, we'll do 2 for you guys. Just for you guys. We didn't do them on Sundays. A couple Sundays, so we'll do 2 today. You don't all get really excited all at once.
Yeah, I stopped doing the funded accounts. I'm just gonna be doing live account.
Yeah, well, these are free. You win, you can give it away.
Oh, this, yeah. No, this is fine. I won't win, but I'm
He
just,
means he
I
stopped
won't be
buying.
buying more.
He stopped
Yeah,
buying one.
yeah, I'm gonna stop buying. I'm just doing live.
I lost my funded too, but
Yeah,
like
I
you
lost
said,
my funded
it's
yesterday.
okay, man.
I'm kind of annoyed, like, because there are some things that I've noticed, but I've only noticed them through the losses, and I'm kind of annoyed at myself that I haven't been noticing these things earlier. But I only noticed them as I lock in on over L's I take and what went wrong, what I didn't see, and what I missed, and what I should have seen, and some nuances in terms of how we take positions that. I mean, we'll go over them time they pop up here. I don't know how much volume we're gonna get here today with that massive push a bit earlier, but well, a bit earlier in the New York session. But after that's kind of chopped around here. I don't expect honestly to leave this chop. I just not. I expect us to make a little push back down to retest these areas, right? A little push like 200 pips, but 200 pips. That's basically the bottom of this range. So this chop, I expect us to retest the lows here. After that, just on the daily going into the weekend, I don't expect us to push through here. Yeah, I would expect the day to come back down here, make a decision, and then after the weekend, I think we'll see a push. But that doesn't mean we can't take advantage of the range. It's a big range, 400 pips, right? It just needs a clean drive and create some new level. Not even create new level, just got to clear this out. We need 1 or 2 candles to just clear out the chop, either below or come up heavy, fake out, something. We can't be stuck in here. Need an indication of volume, and that would be closure outside the range. So let's see if we can close outside the most recent range. Here. Below here, we got a clean candle there. We got some clean range up here. So I think closure outside these levels will do us some good. Not necessarily direction-wise, but in terms of volume. In terms of giving us an indication that there is volume to break out of here, which means there should be volume to either push through to the next range or fake out and push right back up to the top. Yeah, there's a Quite a few people lost theirs. It was tough evening, but on to the next payout, next account, next trade. Pushing the balance in the right direction. But I'm so glad. Like honestly, I'm very thankful for a large portion of my losses because they lead me to optimization and improving the breakdowns and recognizing things that I wouldn't have otherwise and spotting opportunities that I wouldn't have otherwise. And if anything, that's one of the things I excel at, not just teaching, but see, recognizing what to lock in on and what nuances really matter. You think we will have volume with tomorrow being? No, I just said that. I just went over. I don't think we push out of this range, but that's not to say we can't take advantage out of this range because it's heavy. We push. Great. I'd love to. But this is good right now. We're breaking out of this range. We just need a closure outside it. And then we need a confirmation that we're not pushing back into it. Right? If this just ends up pushing heavily out of here, that's great for us, right? Don't want to end up back in here, so we'll look for new levels to be created. Yeah, really want to. Oh wow, Croatia scored. I didn't see this. When did they score? Tell me it was Modric. Tell me Luka Modric scored. Oh, it's a good goal. That's not Modric though. I met the whole Croatia team in Miami. Photo with Modric. That's dope. I've always liked him. Always.
I think September we're gonna go to the Chicago Fire Miami game.
I see. You really want to piss people off?
Always, you know me.
Wear I'm gonna say wear a Inter Miami jersey. Just put a Lamine Yamal on it instead of Messi.
Right?
Just really.
Oh man.
Come on, let's start a fight in the chat. Lamine Yamal is better than Messi. Stay toxic, my friends. Di Maria is not underrated. Di Maria gets the recognition he deserves. Ronaldo out there running around right now with his AARP card. Get that health insurance, bro. Yo, Croatia scores a second one right now. No, 2-zip. It's 2-zip. Not offside. Oh, they're gonna call it offside. Is that Mbappe and Dembele conversation over? It's funny, right? Like I was just talking to my pops. I was like, every team like that really, makes a deep run. They all have that number one guy, right? England's got Kane, Argentina got Messi, and then France has like 10 people. France has the entire squad. That's that guy. Sick. It's so sick. France. France is beyond stacked. And like, if you think about it, for the US to go on, they would have to beat Belgium. Then most likely they would play the winner of whoever wins here and Spain. So probably Spain, right? So you got to beat Belgium. You got to beat Spain. And then after that, I think you bump into either Brazil, right? Or Argentina. And then in the finals, you would have France. Like, you'd literally, I hit the crossbar. What a good kick. That was almost 1-1. You really got to take on the entire world. Get the who's who. I get it. You might take one of those teams to like extra time, maybe one, squeeze one out, take one to penalties, but there's no way you're taking everybody, you know. France and Spain and Belgium and Brazil and Argentina. You'll see. First semifinal will be France versus Spain. The second semifinal will be Brazil versus Argentina. And I think you guys will see France, Argentina 2.0 from last World Cup. I think that'll be the final. While Brazil will play Spain for third place in Miami. A rebreak at a high? Right into this resistance? Yeah, I don't know. Pretty overextended here. I'd rather it be down here somewhere. Back, find a support. We gotta wait for 1 hour. We need to wait for a closure outside the range, which we just had. We never retested that previous range, so there's nothing doing there. So if this opened up with a bottom wick straight to here, I'm probably looking for a buy limit here for that flip. But in general, yeah, I want to see direction here. I want to see some volume direction, which means not just a closure outside the range, just an attempt to come back. Well. So as long as that would take, right? So it's probably going to take us through to the hourly. In terms of you're getting a 30 closure here in 8 minutes. 30 hasn't closed outside yet. We're going to look to see if it's going to respect this level or not. If it is, we got to see if it comes back down in range or it decides to continue pushing. We hold. Ronaldo scored. Oh my God, I missed it. Yeah, and then around 9 o'clock in about 40 minutes, we'll do a couple of giveaways for everyone in the bundle. Score. Wait, they disallowed it. They're checking. All right, give me a sec, chat. You guys can chat amongst yourselves. No goal. No goal. Wah, wah, wah. No Sui, no goal. Speed gotta be at the game, right? Speed's definitely running. say Sal. Goal's a goal. Seconds here. All right, respecting the 15, respecting the 30. All right, we either need to close above, we need to get a bearish candle close or something that tells us, is this going to be a resistance or support? And then let's take advantage of it. Could be the next 15, possible. Take New York highs to break into Asia lows. It's possible. Just need some closures. I don't really look at it that way, but as of right now, we are bullish. We're at a 4-hour target. We can close decently strong in a bearish candle, maybe engulf the previous 15. But not mine sells. Till then, I'd actually rather see a range 2 breakout if we're talking about sells here. I'd rather see a range formed here, not just a bearish candle. But we'll see. We'll see how it plays out here. Time left here. Please don't. Can you give him a snack? Top drawer. Hold on a sec, Jeff. God damn it. What I was saying is, we're probably gonna end up waiting here on this 30 to close. 15 very weak bullish, 30 still definitely push up, right? We've closed above this most recent range we were stuck in, and once we closed above there, we can really push up to the end of the range here, which is 41.57, and then keep going. So we're gonna wait on this 30, see if it can close respecting or closes above. We'll wait on the hourly. Also, if the 1 hour closes above, I do believe we have enough volume to make it through to the next range, because the very closure above by itself is the indication of that volume. The key will be to recognize is not is there enough volume to take us to the next range, but now that there's volume, do we go back to the next range, or do we come back down in range for a fake out? That's what you'll have to determine, but the volume is there once you close, right? You close outside the range, that's an indication of volume. Otherwise, you wouldn't have been able to close outside the range. I came in here, I really wanted to roll a joint. I'm just like, rolled a joint. I have no idea where it disappeared to. I don't know which one of my 19 kids. No, I'm just kidding. I'm speculating, taking notes, personally done for the week. Jaron, I hope to catch a nice trade, a nice vibe. The vibe's always there. Just waiting. Just executing my plan right now at the moment. What are you looking for? Huh? One more peeler? Go ahead, take some peelers. Okay, I've discovered these gummies. And they're called peelers. I don't know if you guys had them or if you guys have been big fans before. Am I cooked? I'm in shorts. No. Crash skirt. I can't believe Kirk should just miss that header. Yeah, I don't mean to troll you. I just like, if you're, I don't know what you're looking for. If you're in shorts, we just don't trade the same. Yeah, they needed that header. They should have had that. You're in jeans. Yeah. You got some good jeans. There he is. There he goes. I just Googled the candy. Okay. There goes that guy. One of God's own prototypes. High-powered mutant of some kind. Never even considered for mass production. Too weird to live. Too rare to. What? Love you too. By the way, these are fire. Peelers. Peelers. It's gummies that you can peel. Telling them, baby. With stuff inside. Peelable. I just ate the whole thing, yeah. Whoa, boom. We just drove through the range, gang. All right. No sound. Stop that. Don't say that. Mic check. Zoom's okay. Tell me YouTube's no sound right now. Mic check. Hello? No, there's sound. I see it. Like Gushers? No, it's got another gun, there's another gummy inside it, basically. You good? All right. I just need this to come back. Damn, they gave him 10 minutes. 10 minutes of stoppage time. That's a lot. All right, let's see what it do. What it do. About to be a penalty. The thing is, soccer is a game where the referees have entirely way too much control over the outcome. Like too much is left up to one dude. Buy to sell. I would rather buy right now. With all this bullish momentum, you need a range to break out, right? Like I said, market doesn't turn around on one candle, right? You saw a bearish candle here. Did it turn around? No. Did it back the other way? No. It needs to create a range. Goes below that range. Range to break out, right? To take some sells. For buys, I just need a support. Down here. Can I complain a little? Yep. Huge soccer fan. You're right. One person. Yeah, like it's just, oh shit, Portugal scored. In stoppage time, like I hate when that happens. The agony on one side, but the sheer ecstasy on the other. These commentaries. Yeah, I'm not a big fan of how much power is given to one dude on the field. The field's so big. You see, they got 3 refs in basketball. You got like 3 or 4 refs in hockey. Look how small that is. You got like 30 reps in football. Like, look at soccer. You got one dude in a fucking neon jersey running around with neon cards. If anything, he should be on a Segway. Just rolling around the field like an asshole. I get you got the sideline guys, right? But they can't come on the field and, like, you know, have a discussion with the dude. All right, 3 minutes here for this hourly to close. We're just rallying up here. I don't know, man. I can't believe they scored. Come on. There's maybe 2 or 3 minutes left in this stoppage time. This kind of sucks. Who scored the second goal? I didn't see the second goal.
Ramos from PSG.
That's a shame. It'll be a good game. Spain, Portugal. Opinion on looking for shorts 4162. I just spoke about this. No, for me to look for sells, I need a range 2 breakout, which means I need a resistance to form, a support to form, and a break of that support. Off resistance. All right, you would need something, some kind of range here. Closure over there. Then I could look for sells and if something like this. Look for sells here. Or if that top wick. Just depends how it prints and when it prints and if it prints. So, like I said, the market doesn't turn around in one candle, right? We had that example right here. Get a closure, bearish closure at resistance. Yeah, this is one candle here, but the reality of this happening, you know, just you're like I said, it's 3 to 1, like 75% likely for this, 25% like this. Also, let's look at what that was. Just a push. Okay, the hourly is going to close here. It's going to respect our level. Do we get a closure back in range? Do we continue pushing up here? 4 hour, heavily bullish, I'm sorry. Got 1 more hour left in this 4 hour. Pushed for the first 3. I think one last attack Croatia's going to get. That's it. Goal kick. Game over. Now I can assume we get back down here, right, for a retest. But like I said, I'm gonna need an indication here that the market's gonna pull back in terms of closures, not just, you know. There's no edge in predicting whether the candle, you know, goes down or up without any kind of closures. There's an edge on the following candle, right? And there's an edge on the candle following a closure at support or resistance. Bearish divergence on the 15. Yeah, I remember those days. Are you looking at the RSI? The days of feeling like everyone around me thinks I'm a rocket scientist. They'd be looking at your screen, they'd be like, holy shit. Guys measuring the distance between Neptune and Venus on the May equinox or something. Venus is in retrograde and all this shit. Be looking at the RSI, the MACD, the fib, the SMAs, the EMAs, fucking all at the same time. Trying to fight off the LGBT HDTV people. Goal! They tied it! They tied it on 102nd minute. No way.
Wow, bro. Own goal, man. That's crazy.
No iPads after Kaya. No. No more. No more. We're done. No. 5 minutes before bed tonight, okay? Watch TV. Nope. No, you did this yesterday. Nope. It's 2 hours. We spoke about it. You got it till 8. That was 2 hours. She gets it 2 hours till 10. After that, you get it 5 minutes. Right now, she gets it till 10. Okay?
Offsides, man. It's not gonna count.
No way. Did he touch it? No, he didn't touch the ball. Ooh, offside. Number 4?
That's crazy.
Is Ronaldo on the field or on the sideline? This is what I mean. Why is this ref going to look at this? Why is not the VAR room giving him the answer? Wow. They're going to call him offside. Yeah, you want this to count, but honestly, it's not a goal, so it shouldn't count. Portugal should win. They deserve to win now.
Yeah,
Game
offsides,
over.
man.
He's going to call it a game here. Now we are talking 75, maybe 25 logic. Gotta love it. What do you mean? 75, maybe 25? No, you missed what I said. You are 75% likely to continue with the trend, and you are 25% likely to reverse. So if you're looking at this candle right here and looking to trade the reversal and rejection there, you know, that's going to happen 25% of the time versus 75% of the time continuing. Like here, like in general. So I think you misunderstood what I said, but yeah, that's how the numbers work. You know, when they teach you when you start off, right? Or I don't know how you guys got into the industry, but when I started off, people were saying, look for the bounce off the trend lines, right? You make a trend line, 3 bounces. Why 3 bounces? Because on every 4th one, on average, it would reverse. So 75 to 25, right? The average 75 to continue, 25 to reverse. Yeah, I gotta be honest with you, like, I didn't see him touch the ball on that header. Did you see it on the replay? It looked like he missed him when the header went off the defender. What a push. Careful, gang. This is right before the weekend. This thing could push right back into the range. The ball has a sensor. Oh, that's how they knew? Really? That's fucking cool. Is this something they just talked about? Because I have this shit on no volume. The ball has a sensor. 2026. Bro, what? How would you know if they didn't tell you? I've never seen a ball have no sensor.
The football has magnets.
The soccer ball. Football is oblong. There's another game, no? watchmakers are playing. The cheese people. They started the census for this World Cup. It's only for the goal. Never heard about it. Yeah. I've never heard about it. They do have censors. That's crazy. I've never heard of some shit like that. It's pretty great. It's news to me. I wouldn't have known. I wonder what they're saying. They're walking each other like closing their mouth and they're all walking up and talking to each other. What are they saying? Like, look at Luka Modric. He's over there like, yo, find me the guy that put the fucking sensors on the ball. I want him on the team playing before we lift off. Give me a set of pliers. What are they saying? Yeah, this is a heavy push-up. We need some structure. You know what would be cool right now? Let's do a giveaway for the private community. That'd be cool. Hey, Zoom gang. Let's raffle off a 50K for you guys. Hey, if you got the bundle, hop into the Zoom and drop your name. Right now, you got 15 minutes till the 30 closure. Okay, Zoom chat started. Let's go, gang. Drop your names into the Zoom chat. So what's the next game? Switzerland's playing somebody. And Portugal wins. Yeah, we need a pullback here. gonna leave when that incredible Luna man plays, but that's not today. Argentina plays tomorrow. Today, there's one more game left today. That's Switzerland, Algeria. Ooh. Yo, the African teams are represented everywhere. All over this playoff. Ghana, Cabo Verde, Egypt, Algeria. Morocco's through. Feel bad for Congo and Senegal. Hey, come on, gang! If you're on the YouTube side, hop onto the Zoom side so I could do this 50K giveaway. Actually, 100K. I'm gonna give away 2 accounts, and we are trading. You know, look at all this volume. We just pushed through to the next level. Well, what I said, we close outside the range. Do you think that there's enough volume? That in itself is an indication of volume. Trust it. Don't depend on it to do all of this every time we close outside the range. You're just looking for now for indication of volume, and if there is, shows who's going up, take it up. Shows who's going down, take it down. The problem isn't the gold lying to you. The problem is misreading what it's telling you. So either a mistake, a lack of knowledge, lack of experience. Zoom door, I got you. Right. Maybe lack of clarity. And lack of clarity doesn't just mean like, oh, you're trade, you know what you're doing, but like you're not focused on trading, your mind's somewhere else. I mean, when your mind could be on making money, and that's not focused on trading. You should be focused on winning the position and managing it correctly, and going over every possible situation versus how much money can I make here. I'm ready and sell. Should I close it or will you come back up? Please help. If you're in a sell, like I said, we trade differently, so I'm not sure what you were looking at. Probably people in sells all over the market right now who are like thinking this is ideal. I can't, like, what am I gonna do? Tell the market to come back down to your break even? No, let's be realistic here. The market's pushing up heavy. No stop in sight. And you don't have a plan. What do? You want to get rid of this feeling. You get out right now. Because think about it. Whatever it comes back, right? You're not scared of being in draw. You're scared. You're scared of admitting you're wrong. Not the money, because money, hey, you can close out right now. Let's say you're down 100 pips. You could close out right now, and then it's going to set up in an hour or half hour or 40 minutes for that same return back, right, to your position. But at that point, you'll have a plan. You'll have a concrete level, right? What's it going to do? It's going to drive up off the screen and there's no more range left. Guess what? Look at all this shit. So if you don't have a plan, close it. Have a plan on the next one. And maybe you don't get the whole, maybe you get everything, maybe you get more, maybe you get less, doesn't matter. But you're looking for it to come down, or since you're in a sell, close out right now, let it set up for that sell, and then take it, and then think of it as you were in drawdown, and whatever it's coming back to is like you're just getting back to break even. It's not about the money that's on the table right now. You just don't want to admit you're wrong. You don't want to admit you don't have a plan. You don't want to admit that the market has won. Whenever you're not in control of the trade, the market has won. If you're feeling some type of way, if you were in full control when the trade started and now you're losing it, the market has won. Get out of that trade. I don't care if you're in profits. I don't care if you're in drawdown. Just get out of it. It'll be better for you because you're going to be able to step away and be objective. You can't make an objective decision while having, skin in the game. Very, very tough. You admit it every day. Yes, that's fine, but you can admit it, but then why are you not getting out of the position if you admit it every day? You know what I mean? Think this is the one that's going to make you stop admitting it? No, this is going to make things work. Get out. The one with the plan is going to make you stop admitting. Weekly closes bullish this week like this starts to make things interesting. This is a lot of room to correct here, bro. It's a lot of range to correct. Like, the chances of this, wrong color. Chances of just this are like, slim to none. He needs to grab orders. Like, no. Even if you push through here heavy. Even if you do all this. You're still bound to see this. And on a smaller time frame, you're going to see this. You'll see a smaller range created, a breakdown, a retest of the highs. If the market on the higher time frame wants to come down here, it'll have to grab orders, which means it comes back to the highs up here, and then decides, do I want to continue up, or do I want to reject, do this, right? Usually you'll see a correction of this, but if not that, you'll at least grab support orders in order to continue with structure and continue up here. You don't blast through a range like this. Ah, what are you doing? Yeah, you don't blast through a range like this here, and then a range like this here, and then all of this here. There needs to be a catalyst. And unless fucking Donald Trump just tweeted some shit, or there's a fucking, you know, or somebody got bombed, or there's a fire at the Pentagon, some shit. Like you're gonna see levels hold and ranges created in order to get orders to continue driving. The market will pull back. Do you want to be in the sells of a pullback? Do you want to be in the buys of the continued drive? It's up to you. You can do everything. You can do all of it. And you can do it all successfully. You just need the experience, the knowledge that's guided by experience in order to be able to read the language, understand what the candles are telling you. Once you learn the language, look, up to you where you want to attack or how you want to attack. A lot of that will be just personal and just personal comfort levels, your relationship with money and your confidence, like, right? But the ranges will be created. You'll see pullbacks, and a lot of times the same, like I said before, the same way, look, we came up through this range. That's the same way we should come down if we decide to correct some of that move. I don't expect the market to keep pushing through it can, yeah, I'm not gonna bet on it. Chances are, like, it needs to grab orders to continue driving, right? Unless we see fucking Soviet tanks rolling down South Beach, this thing should create levels. Anyway, we got 1 minute. I'm gonna run the giveaway for the bundle members. So I hope everyone put their names in. I'm doing that right now. So put your names into the Zoom chat if you didn't. Too bad. Okay. Do it. Everybody ready? Oh, come on, Rhythm. Okay. Rhythm, Felix. Okay, let's go. I hope. Okay. All right. Did it run the winner? If it did, we're going to accept that winner. If it didn't, I'm going to tell it to run it. Let's see. So entries, ready to spin wherever you are. Everybody sees their names? Awesome. Soccer nickname, Polish Perlo, the midfield midget, Rabona, Josh Boots, Santos Sambas, the Nutmeg King, Burrito Fursa, Hector El Capitan, Box in the Box, Savage. All right, let's freaking go. Run it. Rhythm. The last person to drop their name. Oh, the second to last. Okay, congrats, Rhythm. Hey, by the way, I think I had 2 winners from last time, and I don't think they got their giveaways because I never got a confirmation from top one. Am I correct? If you guys are here, let me know. And let's do one more. You're at the Zoom door. All right. Let you in. And you can be a part of this last giveaway. Drop your name. Drop your name. There you go. Move rhythm. Can't win. All right. Let's freaking go. Box in a box. W. Box in the box wins. Hey, gang, if you can, send me your emails in the private Zoom chat. Actually, your full name and email. Make things easier for me. Congrats to our winners. W. Where are you going?
Bro, I'll never win.
Are you Jewish?
Mazalito.
Are you Jewish, bro? You gotta get that Jewish
Mazalito.
blood.
Mazalito.
Congrats. My friends, 250K winners. And please, oh, they already did. They wrote me. No, they did not. Please send me your, in the Zoom chat. You can make it private, direct to me. I forgot to press top one on their, on the last two accounts. Remember. Coming up, Ronaldo speaks. That is interesting. I didn't know he could do that. Oh, man. Don't like him. He is good. Favorite player of all time for me would be Ronaldinho. That for me was like the most entertaining player to it. Like, I don't think Messi was more entertaining to watch. And that's not saying, I think prime Messi, prime Ronaldinho, I think like in terms of entertainment value are both up there. Prime anybody, right? But like my preference, I'm just talking about my personal preference. Thank you, never won before. Felix, private message me. Thank you, Rhythm. I got yours. It's going to be a 50K Ignite account, so it's a straight to funded. You ever been straight funded, dog? Hello. Hello. You ever heard an interview with Ronaldinho, what he said? I never heard nothing about no interview. Look it up. The thing with Ronaldinho, like, he didn't try to be the best, or like he tried to make it fun and entertaining. And like he knew he was going there, and he like he liked to entertain. Like if he had a chance to score a goal, but he could see a prettier play with a pass, he would have let the goal go just to, not even for a pass, just to dribble. I remember watching him, and he said the goal was always to dribble to the goal, to the net, all the way to the net. It wasn't to kick it from, like, you know, from 15, 20 yards. It was, he said the goal was always to dribble to the goal. But when I was growing up, we looked up, like, you know, like the Italians had really good teams. I remember liking Roberto Baggio. I remember liking Romario more than Ronaldo. I used to like the way Romario played. Okay, let's got there. Four hours gonna close here. Look at this 4 hour. That's a nasty push there. 90% of that happened on the last hourly candle. All these lines, bro. I feel like I'm back in Colombia. I like this level right here. If we get back there, that might be a buy limit. Depending on when we get there, it might be the next 4 hour. The next hourly candle, create a bottom wick for this previous hour. Nice little 60 pip stop. We'll see how we get there, though. Maybe we can take some of these sells. Also want to see where we close. So check this out. If we can engulf that 15, that previous 15, chances are the next 15 comes down again. The 30, which would pull back, right? It creates the 4 hour top wick that we can trade to fill off support here. And what do we know? Usually the last 15 of the 4 hour likes to pull back to create that wick. We might have a trade here before the closure. right? If we close like this, something like this, and we have a bottom wick, I'm keen on taking the top wick entry here. 93 pip stop against the bias. Yeah, market doesn't turn around in one candle, but we've tapped target here. Look at the 4 hour. Close, but not quite target. Do it kind of wickedly. We'd want a correction of some of this push. Oh, Felix got your message. You never won before? I feel like I've submitted your name before. And you'd figure, right, if we close on the hourly and the 30 like this, the next candle is going to need a bottom wick to grow orders. I caught that fly up? No, we did not. Looking for structure. I wanted it to retest, right? We broke out and we never had a retest here. It just kind of pushed. Rallied straight up. This is where I wanted to take the position. It's a support area. If we get there now, top wick sells might be difficult. Let's see how we close. 50 seconds here. Maybe a bit of a push back up here. Leave a bottom wick and the top wick entry here at 41.99, 4,200 flat. If there's no bottom wick on this closure, you have another 15 minutes. Okay. If there's no bottom wick on this closure, then we're gonna wait till 9. Done? Yeah, no bottom wick there. So this is a support of this range, right? Over here previously. No bottom wick on that candle. Love to see this on the new hourly. Yeah, I'm gonna let this 30 close. We're gonna see if it comes back up here in range, if it wants to break down here. The hourly, think about this. If the hourly respects here, that means the 30 fakes out. That means the 15 will fake out. See what happens. I don't want to take this buy because we haven't established the support recently. This was very far away, and since then we've driven it down, up. So I want to establish a level here again, and then we can look to trade off it. Right now, there's just all new structure that needs to develop. Minutes here, put a 4-hour close. No entry yet on live, yeah, no entry. Didn't give any interest. Push back up, held it. It's rejecting. Yeah, but 10 minutes to go. I don't really want to take that. 10 minutes to go on the 4-hour. Kids are experimenting over there. They spilled a bunch of stuff all over the floor. Walked out, and there's just like rolls and rolls of paper towels just covering everything. I'm like, what happened here? No, we're just playing and doing what? I think we could fill this wick. We could fill it pretty fast too. We have a decent stop in terms of the last 15. That is a previous support that it tapped and it held. I mean, we closed bullish. You know, break of the highs aren't bad here. We get at least 40 before we go break even, and then the rest of the wick fill. But man, that's a 4-hour wick fill. 4187.6 maybe. I better. 7.6 we did. Yeah, we close here in 3 minutes. I would love to get a closure back below here. The next 4-hour, we could create a top wick first. There's so much more room to go up here. And this isn't just a leg candle, it's a leg candle at a support area. Schedule sorted out? Yeah, it'd be dope. Man, we're so bullish. Might not react here at the 30. Yeah. What's up, kiddo? Yeah, it's 10 o'clock. It's your turn. Can't take buys here. Never tapped the body. flow of the like candle here. I would need tap at least this area, 41.92. We're looking for any kind of buys. We can get a steeper bottom wick and a rebreak at a highs. I would expect a wick fill. You see, we have a smaller time frame range created here. We have a resistance, we have a support. We close below it. All right, you want to look for some sells and a steeper 4-hour bottom wick. I would prefer the 4-hour rebreak the highs here and then do that. Because at this moment, this is only a range 1. You need a range 2 breakout. So we created a range. We need to create another range below here. Don't forget, this is a 4-hour candle. The next 3 hours might be bearish before before the last hour spikes up. That's a possibility. It's not about just taking a 4-hour wick fill, but are the smaller time frames now lining up with that? For it to happen now and not in 2 hours or 3 hours or 4 hours. See it coming down. I'd need a closure. So you might see it start correcting heavy, but I would need a closure. And if there is a closure, then I'll get it. I don't know, bro. Good range. A lot of room to correct. Maybe push. We might get stuck in here for a little while too. I don't know. We'll see. We'll see what the next few candles do. If we really get stuck here. And try to come down there. Gave the 4-hour bottom wick off support. sense. 15, 30, onion. Got the wick fill, about 100 pips. Break even top of the range. See if it decides to start pushing up. I'm like the 30 resistance here. Here's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna have a buy stop on the break of the high of this 15. I think we're gonna, if we break that higher, we should push to fill the wick. I have a buy stop there. It's an onion on the, we're bullish on every time frame, onion on the 15, so buy stop right now, right there, break of the high. I'm looking for the wick fill up here. We're so bullish. I'm gonna go break even at the top of the wick though. I mean at the top of the range. If we break the high, it's about 25, 30 pips in profit just because I don't want to reject off this area and push back down. But there's a chance it does that. 15's got onion. Hours got the wick fill. 4 hours got the wick fill. The only thing is that it's into this 30 bearish closure. I think we can push through to the next range, and that's why we'll, because it's into that bearish closure, that's where I'll go break even. Came up, gave the 4 hour bottom wick, did not break that previous 15. Higher highs, higher lows. If we break out a high, should do it. We re-break the lows, obviously. Partials at 42, 3.7, 204. This is partials right there. The 5 level here. That if we re-break the lows, delete. And we'll wait for a later push on the 4 hour. On the hourly. Well. It's also got to be this 15-minute candle. Can't be bearish closures here. It's got to be this 15-minute candle because this is where the 15 and the smaller time frame falls in line with the hourly and with the 4 hour. Alright, gang, may the forces of evil become confused on the way to your house. Where's the rebreak of the high? Only for the next minute or so. If we don't get it in the next minute. To go here, so what we're gonna do is push this in the last minute. I'm gonna get rid of it. I'm gonna delete it, let this 15 close here. Kind of sat there, did nothing. And slingshot, nothing. We're gonna do no bottom wick straight up. $41.18. Yeah, far away from your break even. Almost 1,000 pips. Last 15 minutes here. Pakistan. Hey, give me 1 second, chat. see what we get here. A lot of room to correct here, but need a closure. You can even stay right. That's support. But yes, kind of close below. Rebreak at a low on the 5 there. Now with this freaking bullish 4 hour, 1 hour. Gonna have to come up here, retest highs, and then come back down. Or remember what I said, create another range to breakout. Or create another range for range to breakout. Now you have a range. Now you have a range 2 below here once you find support. Below that, I will sell. Man, if this thing just slingshots and decides to break the highs after re-breaking the low of that 15, probably be here on the buys and the break of the highs. Be long or what? Yeah, I'd love to, based on the hourly, right? Based on the 4 hour. A lot of room to correct here. But if we keep holding support and then we keep making high highs, yeah, I'll do that. But right now we're below this most recent support on a smaller time frame. Until we fake out, start breaking highs. Can't do anything. We might break the hourly highs, so I'm gonna have that buy stop there again. Who wants to push up? Look for it. It would be the break of the current 30, current 1 hour high, current 4 hour. We made a top wick, we came down, we made a bottom wick, now we're gonna re-break that wick and we have a wick fill to the left. Current candle lows will be stops. 04 is partials and then house money. If we push up in one fell swoop. I stop right there right now. This bottom wick tap, bottom of the range. Now again. 4 minutes here for this 30. Three minutes on this candle. 3 minutes on this 30 closure. I'd imagine we form a range here before any kind of move. That's what we're doing. But the thing of gold, it creates a resistance, creates a support, it fills the range. So that's what we're looking to do, to fill this range up. But there's a lot of room to correct here. Heavy push up, 4 hour needs a bottom wick. We'll spend the next few hours coming down. If that's the case, you're going to get a 15 range printed. You're going to get a 30 level printed. You're going to get a 1 hour bearish closure. And then you could say, all right, I'm on my way down to create that bottom wick for the 4 hour. Like I said, the key will be to have the smaller time frame fall in line with the higher time frame. From a breakdown, I'd need this to close, and then we'd need the next candle to form a support. Also a bit skeptical of the current move down. We have not broken the current candle low, the current 4 hour low, right? The current hourly low, we've made it. Not breaking it. Oh, yeah, we did. We did re-break it. Like I said, I'd rather trade up and be bullish and trade up to resistance, the current resistance that we have while we're holding this range. We're below this range, then a little bit different. Still closed above. Those aren't there for me. Full trap could be. I had this level right here originally that we keep bouncing off of, right? So want to closure below there. This thing held. Yeah, I'm gonna have that buy stop again there. I'll break the highs. Again. 97.5. Let's close back up above, respecting. You got a bottom wick. You're gonna break the previous 15 high. Break the previous 30 high there. You have a 1 hour wick fill. You have a 4 hour wick fill, and you have a stop in the bottom of this candle. So I mean that's 97. It's roughly a 80 pip stop, 90 pip stop. Your break even's the top of the range. So once you start breaking that high, here. Position will look like. Obviously looking to next target here to the left, right? Checked. Not quite get there. We're not in yet, but once we will be. If it's on the scan. Hourly looks good for a wick fill. Remember, 4,200 flat would be break even, about 24 pips in profit, because that's a level. If we don't blast through it. I don't want to be a part of it. push heavy if we break the highs. Should fill the wicks. Oh, again, back down. Close bullish on 31st. I don't know. With so much volume in the previous 4-hour and the previous 1-hour candle, right? The previous 1-hour candle, look what it did. There's a lot of volume there. Be strange. We just stop. Yeah, I would expect to see a nasty push. Top wick, bottom wick, rebroke the bottom wick. 4-hour bullish, 1-hour bullish, 30 bullish. Oh, that push coming. So we broke that high. Stops to the bottom of the candle. And once we start filling the 30, I'll go break even. Current hour stops. Get up there on the 30. About 20 pips away. All right, we tapped the level I was talking about. Either it breaks through here or it pushes through. I mean, it pushes back down or it breaks up. Stops to break even here because I don't want to risk that part. I want it to push through. We're about 20 pips in profit. It's a risk-free trade here, but like I said, there's a reason we go break even here. It's the 30 level here, and it could push us back down. We don't want it to push back down, but it can. We just want a straight push. We just want straight volume. Other than that, it's just a free position because if the 30 rejects or respects, it's going to head right back down. So we just want the hourly to break with volume and fill the wick. How much time we have? 4 minutes on this 15? Yeah. No. Yeah, I'm going to leave that there. I'm not going to let this come back to negative. Yeah, I mean, we're up 20 pips here on the dot. Oh, 15, whatever it is. It's just up to this. Does it want to push? But there's no way stops aren't break even at that 30 level. Did it re-break the high there? Come on. One more re-break. Re-break the high so it could push. Don't re-break the high here. Next candle is going to take us out with the bottom wick. Break the high. Break the high. Fucker. Yeah, B tap. 2 minutes to go on this candle. This is a resistance, and this candle can plummet down here off resistance, so I will not let it do that. But if it closes above there, I'll continue with that. And if it just pushes straight up, then it just pushes straight up. The idea here was just one volume push on the re-break of this hourly high. You don't want this coming back and reflipping bearish after tapping a resistance. You can't. You've had your 2.5 hours. Look at that. So the hourly has reflipped bearish here. We gave it a chance to fill the wick. There's no reason for it to come back down or reflip bearish. Even if it's Can it be a trap? It can be, but like then you got to play it correctly, because if you're playing levels, right? If you understand levels, then you got to understand where you're going to manage risk to avoid the trap, right? Don't get me wrong, this can still pump up heavy, but it needed a reaction here. We were betting on the fact that the hourly was strong enough to fill through the wick, and on the fact that if it doesn't, we're not going to even risk it coming back down. Because look how much correction there is, how much room there is to correct off resistance, right? A closure below here now takes you down to correct that move. And if it pumps up, then it pumps up, but it wouldn't pump up according to our position based on the way we wanted it. Yeah. You can have an ice cream. Ice cream and then bed, okay? Have an ice cream, then we go to bed. Remember I said the market also doesn't reverse in one candle? It'll have to create a range, get off the highway, make a U-turn, go to the other side, you know, get back on the on-ramp. So if it is, it's gonna have to give you that closure back the other way after the range. The range has created support, resistance. We filled, right? Remember what I said? Gold's very technical, trust to do the things it does. Creates a resistance, creates support. Right here, we were saying we were waiting for this range to fill. The range gets filled, resistance, support, range gets filled, created a high, created a low, retested the high. But now it didn't push through, right? You were banking on the fact with the higher time frames, it's going to push through. It did not. Now you need the smaller time frames to fall in line again. Closure above, closure below. Closure below would need a range 2 breakout, because that would be against the bias here on the smaller time frame. So if you see that, right, you would likely need another support. And then on the break of that support, right here, you can probably trade that down. If you have a top wick, right? You get a top wick and get a correction of the move. Entry below. Auxiliary play. And that'll let this 4-hour attempt to push up, fail, and come back down, right? You create a support and you drive down off resistance, not just randomly. Randomly, you can't take that, no edge. Tap resistance, you can't stay in that trade. Come down. If it comes down here, it could push off resistance. So you want a closure, support and another return to resistance to be in those cells. For now, you're still likelier to head up than down, right? You're bullish and a bullish closure at support, and you're bullish on every time. I'm going to probably wait this hourly through, see if we can get that closure below, see if we can start looking to retest and correct some of this move. See, 13 more minutes. See how it goes. Give me a second. I want to step outside, take a couple pulls, and be right back. And we also have the next World Cup game coming up in 15 minutes. Now that hourly's got a top wick off resistance, could come down. Let's see what happens in the shot. Zoom door, I got you. Strategy I use, price action. You want to understand why we're looking for a range 2 breakout here. Okay. The bias is bullish. Probabilities dictate that on a range 1 breakout, you are likelier to fake out. So on a range 1, Right, we have range 1 here. Anything below here will be range 2, wherever it's created, wherever the support. You are likelier to do this and fake out and continue with the bullish trend than you are to break down here. But if you're able to hold that resistance and you do get a bullish closure, but you get it respecting this area, so now you have a second range created. Boom, to here. And below that, you should be clean. You are likelier to continue than to fake out. Can you? Yes. But the probabilities dictate that you will be likelier in this case to continue down than on the first one. Wow. $15 bullish close, right? That attempted to come down. But unless it re-breaks that high, can't take it, and that high is at the top of the range, so I will need a closure above the range. Yeah, there's no buys for me on the re-break of the hourly. Could be here, but rather have them at the top of the range. On the re-break of the 1 hour high, because right now, look at the 1 hour. We haven't rebroken the high. Could reject anywhere within here to come down. Still open. Push it, push here. Like that. Support on the 15 above the most recent attempt to jump down. Could have had it off there. I would rather have it the closure above. The problem is that's the rebreak of the 1 hour. You might see it push. We'll see. We'll see how this candle closes here in 6 minutes. This is a 1 hour closure. That is a really weak closure compared to that previous 1 hour. Gathered its things. Here we can push. Okay, if we close within this range, I'll call it a session, and I'll take it into the signal channel and we'll see if we can get some positions in there. And yeah, it's going to be a long weekend. Are we doing anything on Sunday? What's Sunday? That's the 4th of July, isn't it? No, I think the 4th is Saturday. Yeah, there's nothing on Sunday. I don't think there's anything Monday, Tuesday. I will see you guys. If banks open Monday evening, I think they're open Monday evening. We'll see. I think Monday evening or Tuesday, I'll see you guys, or Tuesday morning. Should be good. This thing's gonna push it. Never broke the hourly high within that wick. 420. Play Wizard 101. I live Wizard 101. No bearish closure. I wish we had a lick handle or like this after a bearish closure on the 1 hour, but the 1 hour is closing bullish here. So it's a lick candle. 30, 15. They're all respecting. But the rebreak of that high pushes us. Yep, give me 1 second, kiddo. I got 2 minutes here. Sandwich, okay. 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 You got it, kiddo. You want sandwiches? Hmm? Yeah. Couple of minutes. I'm almost done. Maybe like 2 minutes here. 90 seconds. Yeah. If we don't break out of this range and close outside above it or below it, we'll call it a session. Congrats to our 2 winners here today in the private community, Rhythm, right? Felix, W Gang. Fellas won 50K accounts. Get those out to you throughout the weekend. And yeah, possible positions in the signals in the private community. Yeah, it's tough here. I'm gonna wait. I'm gonna wait on price to leave this area. Get out of 4192 to 4200. Chop. Be careful on the closures below. Make sure you don't fake out. Wait for that range 2 breakout to take your sells. And if you're looking for buys, need that closure above 4200 or a fake out as you start coming down here. Okay, yeah, it's gonna close doji here. Over action. Yeah, gang, I'm gonna call it here. Have a great 4th of July. If I don't see you guys in the clubhouse or anywhere else,
You too, man.
yeah,
Take care.
it's great. I'm always available. If you guys need to reach out to me, let me know. I'm here.
Perfect.
Yeah, Zoom gang. I'll see you guys in the clubhouse. Signal channel. Everyone in the bundle. Possible positions throughout the evening once we get out of this little area. Mods, thank you so much for helping me run the stream. Chat, love and wisdom to you all. Please drop a like and sub to the channel on your way out. Please share the stream. Help me grow this community. And we'll keep delivering W's and great streams and a lot of value. All right. Enjoy your weekend. Enjoy your holiday. And I want to make sure all of you come back here with the same amount of fingers you guys all left here with. And enjoy it. See you after our break. Sometime next week, I guess Monday evening, Tuesday morning. Have a great holiday, everybody. Happy 4th of July. USA, USA. I was going to say Happy Turkey Day for a second. Happy Independence Day. As for me, gang, my time here is up. And just like that, another Asian session in the books. Thank you guys for rocking with me tonight and always. And I will see you after the weekend. Later. Oh, the World Cup is starting. There's a game going on. Go watch.